What's up guys, Sal here. So Qualcomm has made their latest flagship processor, the Snapdragon 865, official a couple of days ago. It will have a 25% faster CPU and 20% faster GPU than its predecessor, the 855. Also, there's support for 144Hz display, 200 megapixel camera modules, and support for 5G in dual SIM configuration, as well as improvements in the efficiency of the chipset. All in all, the way I see it, it's going to be a better processor again compared to its counterpart, the Exynos 990 that Samsung has developed. As usual, the Galaxy S11 will have both the Snapdragon 865 and Exynos 990. Which one you'll get depends on where you live. That said, here's an interesting part of the Snapdragon 865 that the Galaxy S11 will come with. Qualcomm has decided to issue the GPU driver updates for this chip via the Play Store. Yes, you heard that right. Now you can download the GPU driver updates with just a click on your mobile phone, similar to what you do on your laptops and PCs. Earlier, what used to happen is the graphic driver updates generally only come alongside larger OS updates that your phone receives once a year, and that really sucked. But with Project Mainline that Google announced earlier this year, where the intention of Google was to make sure the updates are more modular and less dependent on the OEM itself, now we're not gonna have to wait for the OEM to issue an update. Qualcomm can directly issue the graphics update through the Play Store, just like the companies do for laptops. Of course, these updates will be first offered to specific smartphone makers to test it out against their phone, but even then, this will make sure you receive the latest update quicker than before. Now you might ask, what exactly is the point of this? Well, updating the graphic drivers frequently would help in rectifying game crashes, or to optimize the chipset to new games, or to simply add new features. It's a great initiative which will make sure the user experience will get better. But the thing is, this is only applicable to the new chipsets or the future chipsets. The older SoCs like the 855 isn't capable of doing this. So a few weeks ago, it was speculated that the Galaxy S11 Plus will have a 5000 mAh battery, and today we got a confirmation through a real-life image of the S11's battery itself that it was indeed true. It shows the phone will indeed have a 5000 mAh battery. Well, this is needed because the phone will have a 120Hz display and it measures 6.9 inch. On top of it, the S11 Plus is gonna have 5G. There won't be a 4G variant. This doesn't mean it won't work with 4G though, it's compatible with 4G too. Anyway, these things will consume a lot of battery juice, and 5000 mAh I guess is the perfect capacity to power this beast. So a few months ago, we saw a report that the Galaxy S11 will have an increased ultrasonic fingerprint recognition area. Well, that was true. Qualcomm, which makes the ultrasonic fingerprint scanners for Samsung, has announced that they are increasing the fingerprint recognition area by 17 times, which will make sure the unlocking experience is easy as ever. Right now on Samsung flagships, the unlocking area is really tiny, so you need to put your finger at a specific point, otherwise it won't register your finger. But thankfully, that isn't going to be an issue anymore. This also means that you can scan two fingers simultaneously for better security, but I don't see why anyone wants to do that. Qualcomm also says they have improved the accuracy, the security, as well as the speed. Can't really wait to test this out on the Galaxy S11. Speaking of which, if you want to keep updated with all the Galaxy S11 information, then do consider subscribing. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.